So after some of the colorful responses I got to my Halloween Ends Revisited video, I thought, let's do it again with another Halloween movie that was very divisive when it came out. I want to ask you all, when it comes to Halloween Kills, has your mind changed? What's up, everybody? It's Nick here from the Lost River Drive-In, and if you're new here, you don't know it, but Michael Myers is kind of my guy, and I do a lot of Halloween content. So, if you're a fan of that, think about subscribing to the channel. I don't think you'll hate it, though I do have some pretty oddball opinions. Now, having said that, today I wanted to ask you guys about Halloween Kills and where you stand with it at this moment. Just like Halloween Ends, but not as extreme, Halloween Kills was very divisive when it came out, because Halloween 2018 promised a return to form in a lot of ways, where they were really going to bring the franchise back to its roots, and a lot of people really dug that. And then Halloween Kills went ultra mega uber slasher, and it kind of pissed a lot of people off. Other people had very different opinions on the film. So where did I stand with it? Where do I stand with it now? So Halloween Kills, when it first came out, I remember I was so excited for this movie. I was more excited for this movie than I think any of the other two in this trilogy, which is crazy because Halloween 2018, it had been over a decade or almost a decade. But Kills, I was just like, this looks like it's going to be right up my alley. So I went into it pretty optimistic, and I walked out of the theater being overall very happy. I was not in love with the film, but I really enjoyed the movie, and I thought it was an immediate upgrade over Halloween 2018 for a lot of reasons. So it kind of surprised me when I got out of the theater and I saw so much of the hate online about it. People saying it was stupid, it made no sense, there was no point to it, the dialogue was cringy, it was disgusting, it was over the top. However you want to slice it, there was a lot of negativity toward this movie. Now, when it comes to Halloween Ends, I can totally see why that movie got the response it did. That movie it didn't even go out of left field. It went like into another stratosphere of different. Halloween Kills didn't really do that. It didn't really try to break the mold in any new way. It was just like, what if we removed pretty much every story element and really emotional impact of anything, and we just give people grotesque, over-the-top gore and a bloodbath? How would they feel about that? Now, for me, I kind of liked that, because as knowing that this was a trilogy, you're going to have a movie there that's going to be filler sometimes, and it's usually the middle movie. Now, it's important to be fun filler. It is very important to, if you know that this is a stepping stone to the ultimate conclusion, am I at least going to enjoy myself? I feel like Halloween Kills delivered on that in spades. And as time has gone on, I've actually been kinder and kinder to the movie, really just accepting it for what it is. Like, this is one of those Halloween movies that it's like, it's October, you want to watch something that's atmospheric, that really makes it feel and look like Halloween, and you can just kind of shut your brain off and have fun. Halloween Kills is 100% that movie. Now, to some of the arguments about why some people didn't like this movie and why the experience was so jarring to them, I completely understand them and respect them. Look, Halloween had always tried to sell itself as more highbrow than some of the other slasher franchises. Now, even as a diehard Halloween fan, I kind of laugh at that, because there's a lot of movies in this series that are not at all highbrow, and some of them think they're highbrow, and they're not. Halloween has always had this weird aura around it that it almost feels like it's more important than it actually is. And that's not me like shitting on the franchise, I love it, but I do feel like it's kind of fed into the fan base too, and they look down their noses at other fan bases and other franchises because they think they are superior. So that mindset and that aura with the fan base and the franchise as a whole is, I think, the reason why so many people were upset, because they were expecting something a little more highbrow. They were expecting something a little more emotional, with a little more stakes. They were expecting something that was going to really make you think at times, or really get you connected to a certain character or storyline. And Halloween Kills did not do that. Halloween Kills said, do you want blood? Cool. Do you want more blood? Cool. How about a little more blood? Cool. Evil Dies Tonight has been memed to death. We all know it, we've all heard it, we've all seen it many a times. It doesn't surprise anybody at this point. Yes, it is a joke in and of itself, and it is said a lot throughout this movie. And that's another problem people had with this movie. Not just Evil Dies Tonight, but the dialogue as a whole. There are moments, and this is coming from someone that likes the movie too. There are moments where it's like, this doesn't happen. People don't say these things. People don't do these things. Human beings do not act this way. It's like Danny McBride was like high as hell at certain points writing the script and was like, bro, wouldn't it be wild? Like so wild if like there was like a mob outside the hospital and they were like smiling and chanting and like shaking ambulances and stuff. A lot of the dialogue and the tone of the movie is very similar to that. So I understand why people take issue with that. And you're not wrong if you feel that way and if it really impacts your experience that much. Look, Halloween Kills at the end of the day, though, is a movie that knows what it is and it kind of just goes for it. And it's either going to be up your alley and something you want to see, or it's just never going to be. It's not a movie that's going to age at all like a Halloween 3 or a Halloween Ends or a Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Now, all of them age differently for their own reasons, but Halloween Kills, there's just not a lot there that you're going to change your mind on as time goes on. If you're not a fan of cringy dialogue, you're just never going to be a fan of that. If you're not a fan of really no plot, no story, and just a bunch of murders, you're never going to be a fan of that. So this one is a little bit different than those other movies I mentioned because I can understand being shocked at some of the story decisions or character decisions or directions the franchise was going and you weren't cool with it at first, and now as time has gone on and you've gotten some distance from it, you're able to go, okay, I guess I don't hate that. Halloween Kills isn't like that. It's just that fun popcorn filler movie. So I pose the question to you, the viewer. I want to know, has your mind changed on Halloween Kills? Where did you stand with it when you first saw it? What's your relationship been like with it since? And where do you sit with it now? This is for you to answer. I want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments section below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I want to thank you guys for visiting the channel. I love doing videos like this, especially about the Halloween movies, because they are my bread and butter, and it is something I'm so passionate about, I can just ramble incessantly about. Some of you love that, some of you hate it, but guess what? You still watched. So please share those thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for taking the time to enjoy another matinee at the drive-in. This is Nick, and I'm pulling out.